Hey guys, this is Chandan Kumar from India, and once again I have come here with a quick tip for CG Tuts Plus exclusively. And in this quick tip, I'll show you how to enhance the scanline rendering quality in 3ds Max. So let's start, and first of all let me make a basic scene for that. So I pick this box and make it something like this. I will use it as a wall, and now I press Ctrl C to make a camera here. Now press M to open the material editor. Select an empty slot. In its diffuse channel in bitmap, I choose this brick wall texture and I apply it to the wall. If you render the scene, you will find something like this. Let's add some bump in this texture. So drag the same diffuse texture to the bump channel also as instance. Now if you render the scene, you will find some bump in the wall texture. Let's increase the bump value a bit. 60 will do. And now you can see more bump in the texture. Now apply some lights in the scene. So in standard lights, I pick and drag a target spotlight in the scene and make a copy of the same light to make it as a fill light, and let's decrease its intensity by 50%. Now if you render the scene, it looks much better. Now let me do one thing. I go a bit closer to the wall. By doing this, I'll get more definition of the wall texture. Increase the key lights intensity a bit too. It looks good now. Now select the camera. Make it as a free camera. Turn the auto key option on, and then I animate the camera till this point. A small rotation will be good. So this is the animation. A very simple animation for the demonstration purpose. Now go to render setup and choose the range from 0 to 100. Output size, take PAL-D1 and save this file as before, and choose a format whatever you like, but I take a TGA format for best quality. Okay, and start the rendering process. It will take some time to render the scene, around 5 minutes, and now the rendering is done. So now let's move to After Effects, and here import the before image sequence. And now if you look at closely, you will see some grains in the scene. I hope you can notice it here. If not, then see the preview of this quick tip. When you stop the preview, you will see no grains, but as soon as it moves, you can see the grains here. So this is the problem which we can remove in 3ds Max. So let's back to 3ds Max once again. Now let's do some corrections in the process to achieve flawless result. So go to rendering and render setup once again, and here in renderer you are seeing this anti-aliasing. This is on, but filter is set to area, which is the default filter. If you open it, you will find a couple of filters here like Blackman, blend, quadratic, soften, etc, etc. But for best results, what I have seen, there are two great filters, Catmull ROM and Michel Netravalli. So you can opt any of these two filters for best result. I use here Catmull ROM, and then to remove the moving grains you need to on enable global super samples. And now save this file as after.tga and start a rendering process. You can clearly notice that this is taking longer in duration because we have set it to the best quality. So it will take some time to render completely, and once the rendering is done, let's go to After Effects to see the difference between the two versions. Import the after image sequence here and drag it here. Turn off the before layer for now and see how does the after look like. You can clearly see that this is more clear and crisp than before, and there are no grains here. Now this is before, and if I make it off, you can see after, and you can clearly see that the after version is much clearer and crisp than the before version. So guys, if you want best output of your animation in terms of quality, always rely these two filters, Catmull ROM and Michel Netravalli, and also use enable global super sampler. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this quick tip. See you next time with another exciting tutorial. This is Chandan Kumar from India for CG Tuts Plus exclusively. Bye bye.